And we didn't get to meet last week.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
I'm okay. I don't know. The past few days have been like kind of tough.
Okay.
Um, I had mentioned to you like a little bit ago how my dad isn't doing well.
Yeah.
He's like really, really not doing well. Like I didn't know the extent of it. My mom had went to go see him, which is crazy because my mom fucking hates him.
Yeah.
But she went to go see him the other day, and
Is he still in the hospital?
no, he's not in the hospital anymore. So he stopped drinking in March. And they said like your symptoms should get better within like 3 months. Like your liver can like kind of start semi-regenerating itself kind of thing. Because they didn't say he's in liver failure back then.
Okay.
Just like that his liver is super damaged. So they're like stop drinking because he was getting like fluid in his stomach and like his legs and stuff. I forgot what it's called, but basically when your liver can't push shit out anymore, it goes into your like lungs and shit. So she took a picture of him and she sent it to me, and I am fucking horrified. Like it's really bad. Like I think like reality really set in when she sent me that picture because my cousin was telling me, my cousin's like, I saw him, like I had to step outside and like take 5 minutes because like it was really bad, and I'm like, oh, like how bad can it be? Like my cousin Michael, he's not my cousin, he's my family member or family friend or whatever. He lives in the same building as my dad, like same floor, just beside apartments or whatever. And like I asked him, and he's like, "No, your dad's doing fine. Like he's eating healthier. Like he's more active. Like the drinking has really helped him." So I'm like, "Who do I believe?" Saw this picture of him, and like he literally looks like fucking half dead. Like it's like really fucked. So like I haven't like been talking to him because like I'm not ready to talk to him. Like I was literally begging him my whole life to be a dad. Like how come now that he's dying, like I have to like, like be the daughter. But like after I saw that, like it really set in, and I'm like, holy shit, like this might be like the last few months, and like I don't know, like there's just so much I want to like talk about, and like I don't know. So I'm seeing him on Monday. I was supposed to see him yesterday, after work, but I was so tired. So I'm seeing him on Monday, and like I don't know, I just don't know how to feel. Like should I be preparing myself for like when he dies? Like I don't know. Like I just don't know. It's a lot. And then I'm like, what am I gonna tell him? Like when I see him, like I don't know. Like my mom was telling me, she's like he's like some days he can't even get up and cook for himself or like anything. And like stress is the last thing he needs. So if I go in there like guns blazing, like telling him like you were fucked up to me my whole life, like I was begging you to be a dad, whatever, like it's just gonna stress him out more. So like I don't know what to do when I see him because like I want to tell him these things, but at the same time, it's like we don't know how much time he has left. So like, should I just I just don't know. Like I don't know how to feel. Like I'm really like conflicted.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot. So I've been like just crying a lot and like I don't know, just trying to figure it out. So yeah, that's that. I don't know.
What helped you get to the decision to go and see him?
That picture, like seeing him in that state, like he looks unrecognizable. If I saw him in the street, like he is a husky man. He lost so much weight. He's like yellow. Like he literally looks fucking dead. Like it's really scary. Like I think that just kind of like set the reality because like my whole life, like people have been telling me like it's so fucked up to say, but like they've been telling me, like that's an alcoholic. Like soon enough, it's gonna catch up to him. Like like soon enough, and like that time is finally actually here. Like my whole life I've been hearing that, but it's like oh like no, like my dad's strong. Like he'll go through. It's fine. Like like my dad's fine. And yeah, and now that it's actually like happening, I'm like holy shit, and like yeah, like it's just not getting better, and like he knows it. Like in his voice, like I asked him like how are you feeling, and he's like not good at all, and like it's just not getting better. So I think he knows like he fucked up beyond repair. So now he's probably trying to like make peace with the fact that like he literally like drank his life away, and like I don't know, like it's just a lot. And, like his fucking wife is disgusting. Like she's so fucked up. She like it's a whole thing, but she fucked up my mom, and she was a reason, one of the reasons why she fucked up my mom and dad's relationship. And she's telling him, she's like, you don't work, you can't even get up, you can't pay rent. can't work because he can't fucking move. She's like, I'm gonna go leave you for my ex-husband. Like, I'm gonna go back to Poland for my ex-husband. Like, you can't do shit. Like, when you die, like, he doesn't have life insurance. So she's like, when you die, I'm not paying for your funeral. Like, you're fucked up. Like, all of this shit. So, like, he's living with that, like, constantly hearing that nagging in his ears. So, like, I don't know. Like, I feel so bad for him. And, like, like, I feel guilty for not trying to be, like, a better daughter. But at the same time, it's like, that's not my part. So, I don't know. It's a lot. So, I don't know what to do.
I mean, it's really clear that you have a lot of compassion for
Mm-hmm.
Dad in the situation.
Yeah.
And there's still a lot of pain for you
Mm-hmm.
from everything that's happened.
But yeah, I just don't know how to feel. And like the past few days, I've been like so all over the place because like I work every day, so like I'm at work, like trying to like not think about it, and then like my coworkers can tell I'm off, so they're like, "What's wrong?" And I'm just like, "Nothing is wrong," and like I'm not gonna go and like fucking trauma dump on them. So like yesterday after work, we're smoking because we all smoke after work because we work at a weed shop, whatever. So we're all smoking, and I'm like fucking high as shit, and they're just asking me, they're like, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" And like in that moment I wanted to cry so badly and like release all the emotion, but like I didn't, and it just bottled up, and I went home and I fucking cried so much. But like I don't know, like I just feel so off, and I just don't know what to feel, and I don't know like what I should be preparing myself for. Like I just don't know, and I'm scared to see him because like he looks scary. Like he looks like he's half dead. Like it's really scary. Like I don't know. I just like I don't know what to do. So yeah.
Are you planning to see him by yourself?
Yeah, and I kind of don't want to. But like at the same time, it's like we need that time to talk or whatever. So, like my cousin said she'll come. But like I don't know if that's like the right time to. I don't know. Like I just don't know how it's gonna go. Like I don't know. Like does he know he's dying? Like I haven't even talked to him. Like he doesn't even. I don't even know what doctors have told him or anything. So like, do I talk to him about like what's gonna happen when you're dying, or are we going to talk about his life or his greatest life accomplishments? Like, I don't know what to talk to him about. I don't know. It's like too much. And it's like, I don't know if time is ticking, so I don't know how long I have to like do whatever I need to do. And like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I just don't know. It's a lot. I'm very overwhelmed. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, when the clock is ticking, it feels like now you have to do everything. You feel for him, you feel bad for him, and you also have to get your own stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes sense. It makes sense why you're feeling all of these different emotions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I just like never thought the day would come. Um, so I don't know.
What do you think would make you feel safe in seeing him?
I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, it's too many thoughts. Like, I don't know.
What are they? What are the thoughts?
I just, like, keep beating myself up for not trying more. And, like, I don't know. Like, he just feels like a stranger. So it's weird to me. Like, even, like, going to see him and, like, having to talk to him about, like, life. Like, he doesn't even know me. I don't even know him. So, like, I just don't know how to feel. Like, it's so fucking conflicting. I don't know what to do. Like, obviously, I need to go see him, but I just don't know. Like, it's just gonna be awkward, I feel like. But it's not awkward. It's my dad. It's not a stranger, but it feels awkward. Like, it's so confusing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, he's your dad, but he's not been in your life.
I mean, like, he was in and out, but, like, yeah, you know.
For a
Like,
good portion of your life
Yeah.
after you left home.
yeah.
It seems like dad wasn't really part of your life.
Yeah.
And a lot has happened for you in all these years, right? When you first came in, you were talking about dad. There was a lot of anger, sadness, resentment. So it's natural that now all of a sudden your natural daughter instinct is kicking in and it's still being, pressured by all the stuff that you experienced because of him.
Mhm. My brother said something to me the other day, and it actually like really made sense. He was like, something along the lines of like, because I'm like, everyone's telling me I'm a shitty daughter for not going to see him, but like I've been begging him my whole life to be a dad, and he's like the first step in it is to be a good father, and then you get a good daughter out of it. So it's like this is so true because like to have a good daughter, you need to be the good dad first, and then what comes next is the good daughter portion or whatever. I don't know. I'm like that makes so much sense because like it's not my fault that I'm not a good daughter. It's his fault, and like obviously I shouldn't put the blame on everything on him, but like I was the kid. He was the adult. He always told me that I could call him. I was a kid. How are you gonna tell me to call you? I'm a fucking kid. You call me, So I don't know. Like right now, inside, I just want to ignore and fuck everything and like not talk to him. But at the same time, it's like I know I need to, and I cannot ignore this because it's only gonna get worse. And I'm just like terrified. I don't know.
What makes you feel like you need to?
He's like alone, and like I don't know. Like I just feel like I feel bad for him. Number one, number two, it's like he really is a really good person, and like besides being a shitty dad, like he's such a good person. Like even when he's fucking dying, he's like calling people and being like, "My friend needs his immigration papers. Can you help him out?" Like he's dying and like he's asking about other people, not even helping himself. So I just feel like obligated to kind of be there for him now when he needs me the most. Even though he wasn't there for me when I needed him the most, which is fucked up. But like I don't know, like I don't know. Like I'm looking at it as like I don't know. Like I don't know if compassion's the right word or whatever. I just like I don't know. I don't want him to die and not tell him the things I want him to say. You know, like I don't know. I just keep seeing like a bunch of videos like pop up about like daughters that like had fucked up childhoods with their dad, and then their dad died, and like they told their dad nothing, and like it weighs with them. Like it weighs heavy on them all the time, and like I can't do that. Like I can't have that. Like that's gonna fuck me up even more. So I just feel like I need to like see him and get shit done and like I don't know, like make the best out of it. Like I just don't know. I should like prepare myself or something. I don't know. I don't know. Cause I don't know.
Yeah, so many different factors
Yeah.
are coming up.
Yeah, it's a lot. Like I just very overwhelmed.
Do you anticipate or see yourself visiting him more than once?
I don't know. I feel like I have to. I don't know. I guess I'll decide after seeing him on Monday. I just
There's just a lot of pressure, right, for this visit. And I know there's a lot that you want to say. You also want to be there for him. Um, and that's stressful in itself. And so there's a lot of expectations almost in this one visit.
mhm,
And so I'm wondering, what might make this visit a little bit easier for you?
mhm,
Could we focus on one thing or, clear out all the extra stuff and see what's my real intention here for going to see Dad?
mhm. I've been thinking about that a lot actually too, and I think I'm just gonna go there and like kind of like not even like talk about the fact that he was an alcoholic and he did this like basically to himself and all that because my mom's like there's no point of saying all of that. He already knows he fucked up. Like he already knows like he drank his to the last fucking drop before he died. Like, like so he already knows all that. So I think I'm just gonna go there and just like talk to him and like I don't even think I'm gonna release everything I want to release at this point. I think I'm just, because I haven't seen him in so long, I think I'm just gonna, like, I don't know, cook for him, maybe watch a movie, just like talk to him and like not make it, because everybody that's going to see him, like family members, my mom, like, is just crying and saying, like, why? Like you should have listened to us, like, years ago. And, like, I don't want to do that. Like, obviously, at one point, I want to, like, talk to him, like, about, like, how I feel about that. But I think it's been so much, like, him getting bashed and like him getting like just shitted on that like I don't want to go there and shit on his parade as well and just like ruin it. Like I just want to go there and just like act like it's normal or like act like he's fine. We're just like having a dad daughter day kind of thing. I don't know. That was my plan.
And how would that feel for you?
Probably really awkward. And weird because we've never done anything like that, to be honest. Like, I've never, like, cooked for him or, like, watch a movie together or, like, I don't know, like, ask him about his, like, best things he's done in life or, like, I don't know, like, ask him, like, I've never done any of that. So I feel like, it's so bad that, like, these circumstances are pushing me to get to know him. But, like, I don't know. I feel like I just want to, like, get to know him and, like, maybe tell him about me more and, like, what I'm doing, like the years with my mom that like he doesn't know about and stuff. So, I don't know.
So when you think about it, it feels like, does it feel like you want to get to know him?
Yeah, and like
Or you feel like you're doing it just because you have
a little bit of both. I feel like I have to because now is my only chance, and I also feel like I want to because I don't want him to die and me not knowing these things. Even though like he did me so wrong, he was like I don't know, I guess the better end of the stick. Like, he would never hit me or anything. It was just like alcohol that I was surrounded around. He would never hit me. He was never abusive. He was never like fucked up and telling me I'm like fat and ugly and like everything my mom would tell me. So, like, I guess he was the better parent, even though he was so absent. So, like, I don't know, I just feel like, I don't know. Like, I guess I just want to get to know him because it's like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, it's so conflicting because like it's all alcohol. If it wasn't for the alcohol, he would have been a really good fucking dad. But it's the alcohol, like straight up. Like we've had some really good times, like growing up. Like when he wasn't drinking, like we had fun. But like as soon as he took that one sip of alcohol, his whole persona is different. Like he's a good person. He's good to talk to. He has so much knowledge. Like he was an electrician and stuff. Like he knows his stuff, but like it's the alcohol that ruined everything. So trying to see past that, and now that he's like sober, but like, mm, so I guess now is the time to like really talk to him because when he was drunk all that time, I couldn't. So it was just like, yeah.
So there's anger. There's anger towards the alcohol.
100%. I fucking hate alcohol. Like it's so stupid. Literally threw his entire life away for that. Like he's 56. He's so young. Like I don't know. We'll see, I guess. I don't know. I just don't know how to feel. It's really weird. Like again, I've never gone through like death and shit, so I don't know. Like
And it's different for everyone. And your circumstances around this with him are very unique because of your childhood history and your history with him.
yeah, yeah. It's weird to even be like talking about it like this. I don't know. I'm just not prepared. Like none of this is like I don't think anything could have prepared me for any of this. Like it's just
It's really hard to prepare for death, right?
Mhm.
That's not something anyone can prepare for,
yeah.
especially given the situation that you're in with him. Right? Lots of feelings, lots of emotion.
Yeah. just glad I got to talk to him before anything worse happened. Like,
So you spoke to him on the phone?
I did. I spoke to him on the phone. Yeah, didn't really say much because, like, I don't want to talk over the phone because he's super emotional right now. Like, anytime anybody asks him, like, how are you, he just cries because he knows he fucked up. Like, straight, like, that's literally it. So when I asked him over the phone, like, I'm like, are you okay? Like, how are you feeling today? And like, he just like already started like breaking down. He's like, it's not good. Like, it's not getting better. And like, that's when I know I'm like, okay, I need to talk to you in person because like, I'm not like, yeah, can't talk about it over the phone. It's just like, I need to like sit down with him. I wonder if he knows he's dying. Like, I wonder, like, I don't know. Like, there's so many questions I have for him. Like, I don't know. But at the same time, it's like, it's not the right time to ask him all of that. Like, I don't know.
What are you worried about in terms of the right time?
I don't know, because I feel like he's just, like, he just wants love at this point. Like, he just, like his whole life he's been told he's an alcoholic and, like, he's fucked up and he ruined my mom's life and he ruined my life and, like, I don't know. Like, is it the right time to bring all of the alcoholism up? Because, you know, he's been struggling with that forever. So, in that moment, I know all he wants is my love and my company. But, like, I know he doesn't want to hear it from me either. Because he's been hearing it from everyone. So, I just don't know. Like, it's so conflicting.
Yeah.
It's so much. Like, every single day, ever since I called him, I've been going through, like, cycles of, like, how I'm feeling, what I'm gonna do, and like then I'm like, wait, no, like I need to do this, and then I don't know, like I don't know.
And you've also been living with this your whole life, right?
Yeah,
Just as he has, so have you.
exactly. Yeah, it's weird because like I've been so like certain about like not wanting the relationship with him, and like he did me so wrong, and I've had so much anger, but like as soon as I saw that photo, like all of that like just like dropped, and like it was just like whoa, like this is like I don't know.
Well, I don't think it dropped because then you wouldn't
Yeah,
be feeling so conflicted. I
yeah.
think it just brought it really close. I think it brought it up to the surface because now there's a time constraint, right? It seems like you don't have that time now.
That's what I'm worried about. Like the release I felt, like I was so like for months I've been meaning to call him, like from his like first hospital visit, and I'm like, no, it's gonna be fine. Once he gets out the hospital, it's gonna be fine. I don't need to reach out at this point. And like hearing his voice on the phone, like it was just like a release because I really was afraid that he was gonna die before I spoke to him because I was holding off on it for so long because I was anxious myself. And like I don't know, I just got like a really big release when I talked to him on the phone, and I was like, oh my god, like your voice, like I don't know. I keep saying I don't know, but like
That's okay.
I don't know.
When you say release, can you describe it?
I was so like anxious and like for months it was like a build up like in the back of my head like being like oh my god my dad is unwell and I'm not speaking to him, like what if he just drops dead today, and I haven't gotten a chance to speak to him, and like I couldn't build myself to like actually make that phone call and talk to him, and like for months I was also questioning why isn't he calling me, you know, he didn't even call me on my birthday, so I'm just like why isn't he calling me, and then my cousin keeps telling me like he's afraid of what you're gonna say, like in terms of like the alcohol and stuff like that, so it was just like a release that like I spoke to him before he died. But like he's not dying anytime soon. Like maybe like the end of the year, which is like wishful. I don't know. Like I just don't know. I don't even know what's he's. I don't know what he's going through. Like
Yeah.
nobody's telling me anything. So I don't know. It was just like a release because like okay, like I did my part. Like I talked to him, and it's not about me. It's about him. But
Well, it is about you,
yeah,
right? Because if it wasn't about you, then you would have called him months ago.
that is true.
This
That is true.
this was about you. You weren't ready. There was something in you that wasn't ready to do that. And this kind of sped things up, right? This kind
That's
of,
fucked up. How it had to be to this point for me to message him or call him. Like, I feel like a shitty person. But I know I'm not because he did me so wrong. But at the same time, it's like, why didn't I call him sooner? Like, before he was so unwell. Like,
Because you're protecting yourself, right?
that's true. I've been on this, like, healing journey and healing path, and I'm like, it's just gonna make things worse. But now I feel bad because I'm like, shit. Like, we could have done so much before he was, like, sick. Now he can barely do shit. So,
Well, we don't know that, right? Before he got sick, your perspective of him was very closed off, right? You didn't care to have a relationship, you didn't care to spend time with him. I wasn't getting a lot of like desire from you to build any sort of relationship with him. It was more just, yeah, that's my dad.
yeah.
And so, we can look at this as now not like, oh, we could have done so much, but you've connected. You've connected and you experienced something when you spoke to him. And it provided you with something, gave you a release, made you feel maybe more calm, relief.
It did. Yeah. It did.
You just said, I did my part.
Yeah. But, like, it's not about me. Like, that sounds so messed up.
Why?
That I did what I needed to do for myself.
What makes that messed up?
I don't know. Like, that's just like, why does it take him being on death's doorstep for me to reach out? Like, that's like, I don't know. It just seems like terrible. Like, I feel like a terrible person.
So that's a great question, right? Why does it take him to be at this point in his life for you to reach out?
Mm-hmm.
There's got to be a really strong, compelling reason. We already know what that is.
I don't know what it is. What is it?
You just told me. You've been telling me. He wasn't there for you. He did not protect you from the abuse you were experiencing with your mom and brother.
That's true. But, like, shouldn't I be mad at him? Well, I am, but, like,
Versus what? When you say she might be mad.
I don't even know. Yeah, like, I don't even know. My thoughts are so, like, I don't even know how to feel. That's why I'm like, I don't know. I just, it's all, like, too much.
You are human and you are a very compassionate person. In the time that we worked together, I very much see that in you. And so it is only natural for you to feel like you want to reach out to him, be there for him, comfort him, give him love. It makes total sense that you want to do that. And this other part that's going on for you, it doesn't just go away.
Yeah.
It's very present and very active.
Yeah, I know that. I just don't know how to deal with that. Both of those things at the same time. It's like, I'm like, dude, what if I don't get to say enough and he just dies? And, like, I just, like, live with all this shit inside of me. Like, that's what's been getting to me. Like, fuck. Like, there's so much to say and, like, I don't know how long. Like,
You can still get all of that out, whether it's to him, whether it's to me.
yeah. It's always something. It's my favorite line. Well, we'll see how it goes, I guess. Hopefully I find some healing from this. I really hope.
Is that your intention?
Yeah, I definitely want to heal and, like, heal our relationship and, like, come to terms with it. And I know it's not that easy because I have to feel and, like, feel out every situation in order to process it. But I don't know. Maybe it will bring me some healing and, like, talking to him will, like, help me understand things better. I don't know. My family like not him, they tell me so many stories of like my childhood and like why things ended up the way they did, but I've never spoken to him about it. So, you know, there's so many things I want to ask. So maybe that will bring me like closure and healing and all of that. Yeah.
And, you know, there's a chance that you may not get them. You haven't spoken to him or seen him in years, and or maybe months, years.
I saw him in March, like briefly, because it was my cousin's birthday. They live in the same building. I just met him and I'm like, oh, hi, how are you? And it was like that, but he wasn't really there at that moment when I saw him. So, it didn't really count. But, yeah.
I mean, you already got a little bit when you spoke to him, and I think just taking the pressure off, like with the expectation of I needed to go this way or I needed to go that way, can help kind of let the interaction flow on its own.
I think so, because I've been putting so much pressure on it. Like, there's so much pressure. And I feel like if I just, like, stop thinking about it too much, like, stop, like, because I'm, like, reciting, like, what I'm going to say, how it's going to go, what are we going to do first, because it's, like, it's so, like, weird. So, I feel like if I just, like, chill out and, like, let it go how it's supposed to go, like, it would be better. Because I'm just, like, overthinking it to the max. Like, I am, like, mind fucking myself. Like, I'm just like, oh my god, you're gonna break down. You have to try not to cry in front of me. Like, there's so much pressure. Even like when my mom is telling me, like when my cousin is telling me, they're like, ask him this, ask him that, tell him this, tell him that, you need to do this, talk about that. Like, fuck all of that.
Yeah, like that's not helpful either.
Yeah,
right?
it's not.
It's too much. There's too much information coming at you, and you already have your own stuff that you want to think about and process. So maybe let's set some boundaries with our family and say, please don't talk to me about that.
Yeah, I already told my mom, like, stop calling me about it. Because every time she calls me, she's like, are you gonna go see him? Have you talked to him? Are you gonna go see him? Are you okay? Do you know what you're gonna do? So I'm not, like, please go see him. She's like begging me to go see him. Like, I'm gonna fucking see him. Like, you already told me. Like, I know. Do you want to see what my mom and dad look like?
Sure.
Yeah. This is him in his, like, worst state. I can't even look at this fucking picture. It's terrible.
I don't see it.
Really?
He looks
like,
I mean, he looks a lot older than his age, for sure.
I'll show you a picture of what I remember him as. Like, when I think of that's why this is also fucking me up, because when I close my eyes and I think of my dad, I think of him in this image. And this is what my dad looks like to me. So, like, seeing this picture, like, I literally have had nightmares about it. Like, it's popping up in my dreams. Like, I'll be, like, chilling, high as fuck, and then it just pops in my mind, and I'm like, oh my god. Like, it's, like, fucked. So this is what I remember him as. Very different from, like, you know, I don't know, like that compared to that. Very, very, very different. So that's been fucking me up. These are my older brothers as well. They're my stepbrothers. I don't talk to them, but that's me.
That's you,
Yeah.
little baby.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah. Yeah.
So when you see him looking like that now, what is it that comes up for you?
It's just scary. Like, it's just like, just reminds you of when my brother's dad was dying. My brother's dad died when he was 23 and he had stomach cancer, so he looked really, really bad. He was also a husky man, and he lost so much weight. He literally looked like my dad, like freaking skin and bone, like face drooping because it's so skinny. Like, it just reminds me of that, and it just freaks me the fuck out. Like, when I just see him and see that, and like, it's scary. Like, I just want to avoid the situation completely, but I know I can't. Like, at this point, I cannot. And like that's my like instinct, just go to ignore it and like push it down and like not deal with it. But I know I need to deal with this. Like I know I need to do it. So it's just like, yeah, really hard. Really hard. Yeah. But I don't know. I think well, I know I'm gonna be okay. And like, yeah, just need to keep telling myself that and like, I don't know, keep trying to like,
Yeah. And maybe this is a good time to really focus on trying to be present. We don't know what's going to happen with him. And, he could have years ahead of him. We don't know.
That's true.
We have no idea. So I know I think when you say scary, I think you're referring to, like, what are you scared of? Are you scared of death?
I'm scared of the way he looks. Like, it's just not him. Like, I've just never seen someone that sick that they look like that. So it's just like I'm not afraid of death. I'm just, like, afraid of what comes with death. Like, what I'm gonna, like, I'm just scared I'm not gonna have enough time to, like, really, like, talk about what I want to talk about. And, like, I don't know. I'm just scared of that. Like, and I'm just scared of, like, seeing him like that. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm so used to him being, like, like energy, like doing that, like he's such a handy man, like he can't even walk sometimes. Like that is scary because like I've never had to take care of someone or anything. So like especially it being like my parent, like half-assed parent, but like still a parent. So like I'm gonna go there and like, like help him up or like make him food or like help him up to the bathroom or like I don't know, like that's scary to me because it's just not something I've never had to deal with and never had to see a family member in that state. So I'm just like afraid of what it's gonna be like. Like I guess I'm probably just overthinking it myself and like telling my mind something that's not gonna be the truth. Like once I get there it's probably all gonna be fine and it's like I am overthinking it and it's maybe not even that serious. Like I don't know, like from what everyone else is telling me, it is that serious, but maybe it's not. So, yeah.
And that's also contributing to all of what's going on for you, right? It's all the information coming from other people.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't made your own assessment of what's going on.
Exactly. I haven't even seen him myself, so I'm just going off of what everyone else has told me, which is a mindfuck. Yeah. I shouldn't even people are feeding all these information into my head and I'm believing all of it and it's like I don't know. So hopefully when I see him it's like it also calms my mind because I've been going through it like past like 3 days it's been since my mom sent me those and like I've been going through it like it's crazy. So hopefully when I see him it like completely calms that and like changes my like perspective and like I hope it's not as scary as people are making me sound like. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're saying scary a lot.
And Carson keeps saying the same thing. He's like, "Why are you scared?" I'm like, "Because it's scary. It's like seeing a dead person on the road. It's scary looking. It looks scary. Like, I don't know. I'm just scared. Just like I don't know. It makes me uncomfortable. I don't know. I don't know why sickness and illness and like death and stuff just makes me really uncomfortable. Like seeing it, like, or just like the thought of it. Maybe actually just my family members, like just seeing them in that state. Just like, I feel like I'm gonna have nightmares about it. Like I'm having nightmares of this fucking face. Like it's like a horror movie for me. It's yeah.
And this is not the first time that one of your parents got sick.
That's true. I mean, yeah, my mom was very, like, I don't even remember the time she was sick because she was so, like, absent. So, yeah, but that's true. It wasn't as scary, though. It's weird.
Maybe not.
Like, as a kid,
You're also really young,
yeah.
Right? But you knew something was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And you knew that there was something to be worried about.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be coming up for you again, right? This fear, this abandonment. Right? We've already had dad absent from the picture. We've accepted that. But he's around. Now we're looking at the possibility of dad not even being physically around, which completely changes the story,
because it's like I can always call him if I wanted to. Like, like if I ever need something, like I said, he was a handyman. So like, in the back of my mind I was like, oh, like if I need my dad for something I could just call him. So the thought of him like physically actually not being here, like that's what's also fucking me up. Because it's like I guess my whole life I've taken for granted that he's there. But at the same time it's like he's so bad to me. But like, I don't know. Oh, it's so bad. Like too many emotions. I hate it.
Do you really see it as you taking him for granted? Taking for granted that he's there?
I mean, kind of, because now that he's dying, I'm like, oh my god, I'm like scrambling to fix everything and like trying to make everything right. And it's like, I had my whole life. I had like, when I became mature, like a teenager or whatever, like I could have reached out. Like I could have bussed all the way over there to see him myself. Like, being a child is different because your parent drives you around everywhere. Like they arrange that thing, but like, I feel like I did take it for granted when he was healthy and like in those times we probably could have had better times, but at the same time no we couldn't because he was so deep into drinking. It's really conflicting. Like
So again, my responsibility, I should have done better. I should have reached out.
yeah, it's a whole lot of that. It's so complicated. Like why couldn't I just have regular parents? This makes it just so much harder. But yeah, also I'm grateful that he wasn't there because this would have been way harder if I was close with him. So that sounds so fucked up to say, but it's true. I think this would have affected me a lot differently. Like if it was my mom, like the relationship was like swapped. I don't know.
And we can sit in the what ifs, right, all day and wonder.
Mm-hmm.
And again, that's kind of been the theme. It's like, oh, if my life was different, I would have been like this, or if my childhood was like this, then I would have been like this. But again, we don't know.
That's true. We don't. That is very true. Could have been even worse. But we can't think about that because I can't change how life went. I just gotta.
It's not the reality. The reality is what we have today. And at this point, it's like, what I want you to be able to feel as safe as you can and as comforted as you can in this whole process.
I don't know how I'm gonna do that, honestly. Like I feel like I'm just like I don't even know how to prepare myself, how to make myself feel safe in that situation or like comfortable. That's why I'm just like so fucked up over it. And just like every single minute I'm just thinking about it because I don't know either. Like, I'm just like bracing myself. Like it's like a roller coaster. You're like going up and like I'm just bracing myself for that drop. And that drop is gonna be when I see him. So we'll see.
What do you think you're bracing for?
I don't know. Like I'm just bracing for a burst of emotions because I know it's gonna be a lot. Because it's like all this anger I've had and resentment. But then it's also like I need to keep that in mind, but I also need to keep in mind that he's a human being that is not doing well. So like it's just that's what I'm bracing myself for. Like I just don't know how to feel, I don't know how to react, don't know what to do. Like I don't know. Maybe it's not even that serious. Maybe it'll be fine. I don't know.
It's a lot. It's a lot. There's no way for us to know
Mm-hmm.
what the outcome will
be. Mm-hmm.
be. And this is about you too, right? It just so happens that he's unwell.
That's true.
Right? I think this conflict inside of you would look very different if he wasn't unwell. Mm-hmm. And you just had made this decision to go and talk to him or see him.
I think it would be a lot easier if it was in that circumstance. Like if the circumstance wasn't that he's unwell, I feel like it would be a lot easier. But yeah, there's just so much more that comes into play now.
So So that kind of indicates to me that your, not priority, but your primary hope is to go there and get off everything that's going on for you.
I just want to like heal the relationship. Just like, yeah. Like when he dies, I don't want to like think of him and be like he was a shit dad. So I'm trying to like scramble to fix all of it.
What do you think that would do for you if he passes and your perspective is, oh, he's a shit dad? What do you think that would mean?
I don't know. I just like have to live with the fact that I didn't do more. And I know it's not my responsibility, but like, I don't know. Like, you know, like old foreign people are just different. Like, they just like expect so much from their kids that it's like, you know, like he didn't do much, but I could have done more. And like, it's such a toxic mentality, but like, it is true. Like, in their mind, like, they grew up freaking European way or whatever, so in their mind, it's like, no matter what, your kid needs to be there and like take care of you and like, I don't know. I just think like, I forgot what the question was. What? Sorry.
It's okay.
Um,
It was, you said, I don't want him to pass.
yeah, so what would it do for me if he did pass and I still had that mentality? I don't know, I think I'd just beat myself up forever. And like, it would just eat at me because like I am a really compassionate person. Like I know that and I take on a lot of people's energy. And like I think that would just like at the end of the day I know it's not my fault and it's not my responsibility because I was a kid, but even still, like even knowing all of that, like I think my emotions just like come into play and like it would just eat me alive. Just like let's say he just died right now and I never got to see him and never talked to him about anything, it's like I would be so fucked up over that. And I don't know why. Well, I do know why, because compassion. Idiot. I just wish I was a shit person. Wish I didn't care. But yeah, I think it would just like, I don't know. Or maybe it wouldn't. Maybe I'm just telling myself that. And it really wouldn't be as bad as I think it would. But I don't know. I won't know until it happens, I guess. So.
You mentioned these cultural expectations of like, kids that need to be there for their parents. What is your perspective? What is your view?
My view is that no matter like what the culture is, I don't care what the culture is, it's like you fucked me up. So like I have a reason to be angry. Like I'm not following those expectations. I never follow those expectations. That's why my mom and my dad, well, I don't know if my dad resents me, but that's why my mom hates me because it's like I've always been a bad child. But like how do you expect me to be a good child when you did all of this? So like in my mind that's bogus. Like that's not a thing. But it's like that expectation that they have. So it's like they're never gonna change. They're old. They were raised like that. That's how they're always gonna be. You can't teach an old dog new tricks, kind of thing. So to them, that's always their expectation, and like to me, it's bogus. But like living with the fact that like this is what they expect out of me, and like I didn't give that to them, like that messes me up. But at the same time, I don't care. So that's why it's so conflicting because I really don't care. But I don't know. It's like,
Something's happening, right? Because if you say you don't care, then you don't care. But
I guess I do then. Like, I say I don't care, but I do. I guess I've just been living in that I don't care for so long and just forcing myself to be like, I don't care about anything. I literally don't care about anything. Like, everyone can fuck off and I'll be fine. But now that it's coming down to it, I'm like, wait, hold on. Like, let me try not to be such a bitch and like be
So
nicer.
it's not that you're being a bitch, it's that these cultural influences are very strong. It's how you grew up, your whole family feels that way, right? All this stuff you're getting from your other family members aligns with this ideology of do everything for your, he's sick, you should be there for him. It doesn't matter what happened, go be there for him. So I think that's where a lot of this conflict is coming up for you, is that you don't agree with this expectation. It doesn't naturally align with you. And but you grew up with it.
Yeah.
It's been around you your whole life, it still is around you, and it's hard to fight it off.
That's so true. Yeah. And nobody listens when I'm just like, that's not how it's supposed to be. Everyone is so brainwashed by that. So, yeah. I hate it. I wish this could be easier.
Can we like rewrite or reframe the narrative to make it yours? Like, how can we make it so that this what like this process for you is about you and your values and what you're looking to do with your dad?
I feel like it shouldn't be about me. Because right now it's about him. Because he's the one that's gonna lose his life. Like, it's not about me. I have my whole life to heal and, like, to process. But, like, in the right now, it's like, it should be about him, not about me. I feel selfish making this about me. But I do want to heal from it. But, like, I feel like it shouldn't be about me.
You think it's all about you?
Well, like, I don't want to make it. I don't think it's all about me, but like I just feel selfish going into the situation being like I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this because I don't want to be living with myself and beating myself up forever if I don't talk to him.
Why?
'Cause I feel like that makes me a shit person and like I don't know. I just feel bad.
In what way?
Because I shouldn't be talking about myself. It should be like more about him and like getting to know him and fuck my healing right now, I guess. I don't know. It's so much. Like, I just can't seem to collect my thoughts and like decide on one thing. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
How can it not be about you when you are the one going to visit him?
It's true.
You're visiting him because of him.
But also for me.
It's not a selfish thing. You're going to see him because you care for him. You see that he's unwell and you want to be there for him. If we break it down to what it really is that you saw him, he looked really unwell, and you said, I need to go see him because I care about him. Is that fair?
Yeah, that's fair. So, like, complicated. Why?
Because it came at a time when you weren't ready.
Like, I'm so not ready like, at all for this. It's so true. It's like, but isn't that like everything comes when you like least expect it?
Not all
Maybe
the
I
time.
needed this push, you know?
Not necessarily. You needed this push because
I don't know. Just, I don't know.
What makes you think that there's something you need to do?
What makes me feel like there's something I need to do?
Yeah, you keep saying, I don't know what to do. So, where is this?
It's just so much pressure from everybody and like also myself, like my inner nice person is just like there's so many things you need to do, there's so many things you should have done. Like maybe if I tried harder to get him to stop drinking, he would have stopped a few years ago before he was really bad. Like, you know, like there's just so many things that come into like
Is that your job?
It's not my job, but I could have done more. Like, you know, maybe he just needed his daughter to say it to him, you know? Like, he didn't listen to anyone around him, but, like, what if he needed it from me? Maybe things would have gone differently, but fuck the what ifs, because if we live in the what ifs, then it's just dragging me down.
And also, all the responsibility is suddenly all coming back here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I guess I do that a lot. I just feel like I need to be the one to, like, fix things. Like,
Why you?
I don't know. Because no one else did it for him. I hate him so much, but I love him so much. Like,
What do you love about him?
I love how nice he is and how much of a good person he is. And I know I'm a good person because of him. My mom's a demon. Like, if it wasn't for my dad, I would not be a nice person. So that's what I love about him. And I love how normal he is. What is when he's not drinking compared to what my mother was. Um, yeah. I don't know. There's a lot to love, but there's so much more to hate. So it's conflicting. Now I really gotta deal with this shit. You know, we've been slowly digging into my childhood, and now it's like, nope. Now I, for real in real life, gotta deal with it, not just like therapy life. It's like real life. So, yeah, I've never had to deal with something like this so like intensely because I always ignore and I just like push it aside. Like I'll deal with it later. Like my whole entire childhood, and now it's like, no, you are forced. I just feel like I'm not ready. Like this is all like it's just like just unexpected and not ready and like
Do you want to practice?
Practice what?
Talking to dad.
I don't even know what to say. Like that's the thing. Like I think I'm just gonna go in there and just hug him and like I don't even want to cry because that's like I don't know. I don't even know what to say. That's why I'm like I can't practice with you because I don't know what I'm gonna say. It's just gonna be like a in the moment figure out what feels right kind of thing. Like how can you prepare yourself for something like that?
I mean, you can, you can't.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to try?
I don't know. Like
So don't overthink it. So let's just take a second.
you don't speak Polish.
I know.
I have to say it in Polish.
Okay.
That's like I don't know. I just like I don't even know what to say. I'm gonna walk in and be like, oh my god, like just like I know there's gonna be like a shock factor. So even if I do practice and say I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna say that, it's like it's probably not even gonna happen like that because there's gonna be so much emotion.
So that's where I want to focus on if we practice. It's not so much about what you're going to say, like specifically the words. It's more about I want to see if we can get some emotion out of
I feel like I just need to like do it. Like like in that moment release the emotion because I've been crying so damn much and I don't think it's doing anything for me. Like it's just making me every single time I cry, I just think and I think and I think and it just like makes it worse and worse because it builds up so much more pressure when I cry. So like I just don't think I don't know if I'm ever gonna fucking release all this emotion. I don't know. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
I hate dealing with emotion. It's so uncomfortable.
But you've been doing a lot better at it.
I'm trying. I really am. It's so uncomfortable. So weird to me. Like, I just want to ignore. Fuck. I can. I can.
Are you with more emotions right now?
No, I'm just thinking. Maybe it's not going to be as bad as I'm thinking about it. That's what I'm just like thinking.
When you say it's not going to be as bad as I'm thinking, what are you thinking?
But it's just gonna be like terrible. I'm just gonna break down. There's just gonna be so many tears and so many emotions. It's gonna be like the worst thing ever.
So
But,
hang
like,
on,
maybe it
what
won't
makes
be.
that terrible? What makes that bad?
Well, I'm already uncomfortable around a lot of people releasing emotion, and like even more so him, because he's actually like not a stranger, I'd say, but like I've never released any sort of anything around him like that. So it's just gonna be like uncomfortable to like release it, and I feel like it's gonna go bad because I'm just gonna be like a wreck. But I don't think it's gonna. I don't know.
When you say that, I feel like it's gonna go bad because I'm a wreck. What does that even mean?
That means that I don't know. I'm just not used to crying around adults and people. So
So again, we're associating crying, showing emotion with that equals bad.
mhm, mhm. Yeah,
It's not.
I don't want to cry around him though. So it just makes me so uncomfortable. That's another thing. Like I'm scared that I'm just gonna have to compress all this emotion and like I know it's not bad to cry, but like just weird. Like
It might be. I mean, thinking about it now, when you look at it, considering it seems like, oh, that would be weird or uncomfortable.
mhm,
We don't know what that's gonna be like once
exactly.
you're there face to face with him.
Exactly. That's why I'm like nothing can prepare me because everything I'm like thinking in my head now, like it probably isn't gonna be as bad as I'm thinking. Same way with like the new job and stuff. Like I was thinking it's gonna be terrible, but it wasn't. As soon as I got there, I was fine. So maybe it's just my worriness.
Well, there's a whole different layer to this situation.
It's very different. I know. Yeah, it's true. Jesus. Okay. I got this.
What are you doing tomorrow?
What am I doing tomorrow? Today's Saturday. Yeah, today's Saturday. I want to go strawberry picking. Yeah, because I don't know, I just want to enjoy nature, and I love strawberries. 'Tis the season for strawberries, so that's what I want to do. I just want to go strawberry picking and not think about anything, just strawberry pick. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing.
So between now and Monday, what time are you sleeping on?
Probably like noon. I don't know. I don't work on Mondays, so I'm just gonna go at any time. He's like, just call me in the morning. As soon as I'm up, you can come. So,
From now until that time, can we set some boundaries with family and not engage?
I'm not. I'm not even talking to my mom. Like my mom keeps calling me and like asking me what I'm gonna say. I'm not even picking up. Same with my cousin, like,
maybe temporarily block them so that we don't even receive phone calls, text messages.
they're on Do Not Disturb, so I don't even see any of that. But I could block her, technically, but she'll just call me on private call or,
You can block private calls too.
how?
There should be a feature on your phone that lets you block private calls.
What if you like *667 it, reach anybody, even if you're blocked?
Nope.
That's really offline. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that then. Because my mom always finds a way to fucking contact me. This is me out. Like, I think she's making this a lot worse because she is putting so much pressure and she's just like she sends me like message after message after message. Like I just scroll and there's like messages. Like she's just fucked.
Yeah.
So I think she just needs to go right now. Like I can't be doing that with her. My cousin is a lot like Natalia, Victoria's mom. She's so much more understanding of it. Like she like tells me things and like kind of puts the pressure, but like when I say like no, I don't want to do that, I'm not ready. She's like, all right, like I get it, I understand because she also had a shitty upbringing, so she gets it. But at the same time, it's like, you know, she when her dad died, she didn't tell him everything she wanted to, and like she lives with it to this day, and like she just keeps saying that to me, and I'm just like, I get it, but like,
You're different people.
exactly, yeah.
I don't want you to take on other people's narratives as your own.
Mm-hmm. But so many people don't understand that though. Like her, she does not get it. Like,
She probably thinks she's being helpful.
She does.
Maybe your mom does too in some ways, but mom has a long history with you of making you feel like you needed to do more, you should have done this, you're not good enough. So that's bleeding into this experience that you want to have with your dad.
It's so true. It's like ruining it. Like she's just so corrupt. She's like calling me, like begging me, Elizabeth, please, you need to go see him, please. Oh my god, I couldn't believe it when I saw him. I'm like, I already told her I want to see him. She's like, please, what are you even doing right now? Like, yeah,
It's very like sucks you in, right? Like it's like, oh me. Look at me, you need to be where I'm at.
But at the same time, it's like shit. I guess I gotta deal with it. So,
well, you already knew that.
Yeah. Right? Well, like I just hate her. She's so stupid.
You already knew that. You already knew what you wanted to do and what you feel like you need to do. Aside from her, right? Take her out of the picture. You already have made a decision on what you feel is best that needs to happen here. So let's focus on that. Okay, let's knock out all the noise. Everyone else is saying, you've already decided for yourself. This is not anybody else's decision. You said to yourself, I need to go see my dad. That's it.
That's true. Yeah. Just gonna keep it in that because what a journey.
Let's take the pressure off. You're just going to visit your dad.
That's true. If I look at it that way, like it does release so much pressure. So.
And I would just encourage you to allow, however that meeting goes, to allow it to happen. If you get upset and angry and you feel like you need to leave, then just listen to yourself.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard because I feel bad, but
I want you to take care of yourself in this situation too. You are walking into a situation that is connected to so much trauma in your life. This is a scary thing for you. So when you say that this is not about me, it is about you. There's just an added layer that he's sick. It doesn't change all of the stuff that you were feeling already.
Right. That's true. I need to remember that because I'm completely invalidating myself. Like trying to like, yeah,
Don't forget about you.
yeah,
You can feel bad and have compassion, feel sadness for your dad, and also not forget about you.
I need to like,
There's no way in hell you can shut all that off and just walk in there and be like, hey dad, what do you need? It's impossible.
that's true. Yeah, I keep telling myself that's what I'm gonna do, and I can't. So
Such a like unbelievable expectation to place on yourself. Shut it off, Martina. It's not about you. How can it not be?
you're right. I need to be nicer to myself. So bad.
It's not that it's bad, but these are things that have happened for years and years and years.
I'm so glad you tell me these things. Every single time I'm here, I'm like, I realize how much of like a toxic cycle I'm living in with myself. I'm just like, holy crap, like I've been so mean to myself.
It comes from somewhere.
Yeah. Terrible. So many
How can you be nice to yourself when no one showed niceness to you?
So true. I will let you know how it goes. Wish me luck.
Yes, I do.
I got this. It's gonna be okay.
Just remember yourself,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah, I will. I need to like remember that as I go. It is about me as well. So
Absolutely. You're
yeah.
going there to see him, whatever that means, and I'm taking care of me too.
Indeed.
If this was easy, you would have done it a whole long time ago.
It's very true. There's a reason it took me this long. Fuck.
And now you're kind of being forced into it because of time.
Exactly. It does feel very forced. That's why I'm like really uncomfortable with it. But yeah. Like there's no time to wait now. So I just gotta do it.
Which is really unfair.
Mm-hmm.
It's unfair to you.
Isn't it? It is. You're right. It really is. Like, shouldn't have to be like this. But I can't be mad about it because
You can be mad about it. Why
can
can't
I?
you?
Because it's like the circumstances.
So what? It doesn't change your feelings, your anger.
Yeah, it's hard to like tell myself.
Suddenly the decision to do this has been taken away from you because everyone's telling you it's the time's running out, the time's running out.
That's so true. I hate that.
Now all of a sudden I have to go see my dad and make things right.
It's exactly how it feels. Literally, I have to. Like, I have no choice. So, yeah. Sucks. Really freaking sucks.
Do you feel like there could be a choice?
Not really. Like, right now, if you asked me to do it, like, and he wasn't dying, I would not do it. For sure. I'd definitely need more time. But, like, I have to. Like, I know I have to. He could drop dead any second from what I know. So, I have to. Like, I have no choice. And if I don't, then I'm just gonna live with fucking terrible thoughts forever. So
So again, let's break it down, take the pressure off.
mm-hmm.
Let's
See,
maybe,
it's so bad.
I know, and it's gonna happen, right? Because you weren't prepared for this. You did not feel ready to approach dad with all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, and also you're getting your information from everybody else. Maybe we can look at this as like an information gathering session.
Yeah.
You getting information from him himself. not from this person, that person, right?
Yeah.
A lot of what's going on for you is the unknown.
That is so true. I definitely need to get information from him. I'm kind of not excited, that's the wrong word, but like I'm eager to hear like what's actually happening because I don't even know. And that's also messing me up because it's like how bad is it? Is it worse than they're telling me it is or is it better, you know? I don't know. So yeah. So like
just one thing at a time.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to like remember as well. It's like one thing at a time and also just let it flow kind of thing. Like don't force myself. Don't like the pressure is real, but I need to like release that pressure because it's like that's what's also like getting me. Like as soon as you said it, you're like, why is there so much pressure? I'm like, huh, why is there so much pressure? I don't know. Well, I know, but like, you know, like there shouldn't be. Like
it's influenced, right? The pressure now suddenly went higher because we think that it's life and death.
Yeah.
Like any minute.
Yeah.
But we don't know that.
That's true. That's just what I've been told. So I don't even know that. That's so true. Yeah. We'll see. I will let you know Thursday. Yeah. I'll be okay. It's gonna go just okay.
I think I'm available virtually on Monday, Tuesday, maybe not Monday, but Tuesday, Wednesday.
Okay.
So if you want to meet virtually, if it's a lot for you and you want to meet, just send me an email and I'll see if I'm available.
I will for sure. For sure. Well, on a brighter note, I'm going to LA in August for 5 days. I'm really excited.
I'm so happy for you.
My cousin is getting like an Airbnb there for 3 weeks and he's like, come see me. And I'm like, I'm not gonna pass that offer up. I don't have to pay for accommodations. The ticket was so cheap, it was $300 round trip. Like,
amazing.
Right? All I have to pay for is like spending money. So I'm excited. At least that. I'm looking forward to that before school. But school's stressing me the hell out. Freaking OSAP papers, so fucked.
Still?
Yeah, still. So I just went to my doctor to get like the disability verification forms for my mental health shit or whatever. So that's done. I wrote the letter about myself and my like life. Natalia wrote the letter, so that's done. Matthew just needs to write the letter. Then I hand that in and then just wait for the approval. So yeah.
You made a lot of progress.
I did. I'm so glad I got that over with. It was hard to write and it was like weird to write. Like I'm shitting on my mom in this letter. It's so hard. She saw it, she'd be like,
how did you feel writing this letter?
It was weird. Like just like rewrite. Well, I didn't rewrite everything obviously because there's so much, but like just writing about it, I'm just like, damn, I've been through a lot. Damn, like seeing it on paper, I'm like, oh, fuck my mom for real. Like,
did you feel like it helped you have some more self-compassion?
kind of, yeah, for sure. Like seeing it, I'm just like, damn, like that's really bad. Like they're gonna read this and be like, damn, she's troubled. Like, I don't know, but I don't know. It's okay. I did see like a lot of it differently though. I saw that on paper and I was like, I really need to recognize that like I'm a fucking warrior. Like it's been like my favorite thing to say to myself. Like
Yeah.
you're a warrior, like you are
Yeah.
for real. So yeah. You've come so far. So that's good-ish. But we'll see. Yeah. Everything's okay. Everything's okay.
If it's not, that's okay too.
That is okay too. But it's okay because today's gonna be good and tomorrow's gonna be good. And Monday is gonna be good too. I got this. It's gonna be okay. Just gotta keep telling myself that.
Or we just
sit in the anxiousness. I could do that. I've been doing that. So
we just want to feel what we're feeling. not push it away.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can try to notice if we're pushing things away.
Yeah.
Just let it come out. The more it'll come out, the more release you're gonna have.
Easier, I feel like, too, if I just like release a bunch of emotions before going, which I have. I've been crying so much. Oh my god. Yesterday was so hard not to cry in front of my coworkers. It felt so wrong. Like, I felt like I'm like Dimples watching me right now. She's mad at me right now. Like it was so wrong. Like,
No, I think you actually used good judgment because maybe that situation didn't feel safe for you.
it didn't at all. And I was like, oh my god, like, around my new coworkers, I can't be doing this. It's very uncomfortable.
But you went home and you let it out.
And I did. That walk home, oh my god. It was very good to release that pressure.
So it's okay. The last thing I want for you is to be hearing me in your head judging you, okay?
Not judging me.
That was judgment, what you just said.
Don't be so mad at me for not crying.
That's judgment.
Every time I don't release emotion, I'm just thinking of you. I'm just like, Dimple will be pissed.
No. That is not what I'm
Obviously
for.
not actually pissed, but like, you know, it's good though because it pushes me. It pushes me to release. So, just like, you're in my nightmares, Dimple. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Anywho, I gotta get going. My brother's picking me up. He's probably waiting. Yeah.
Please focus on you between now and Monday.
I will.
Do what you need for yourself. Self-care, self-care, self-care. Block out the noise. Someone starts talking to you about him, shut it down.
I'm not picking up any phone calls. I'm good. Like, yeah. Do not disturb. And I'm also gonna look into blocking people from calling me on blocked callers. I did not know that was a thing, and I need to do that because.
I'm pretty sure most phones have this feature. So
What the hell? Okay.
do what you need to do for yourself. Please remember Martina.
Okay. I will try. I will do it. Okay. All right.
Your sign off?
Yeah, that's my sign off. Peace and love. Peace, love. Okay.
Okay, what are you doing today? Did you work?
No, I don't work today. Carson's at work for a little bit, and then after work, to do laundry, clean stuff, or I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I want to do something for me though.
Yes.
I just want to. Yeah. We'll see. I'll see you on Thursday, maybe earlier. I'll let you know.
Yeah, just reach out.
Yeah, I will.
Good rest of your day. Thank you.
Bye.